So, welcome everyone. Here I brought to you the position, and I want to talk about the idea who helped Levon Aronian to save his game against Anish Giri. And while in this game it was executed in the simplest way, so I'd like to speculate a little and show how it can be, what can happen on the board. So, can we get the board closer? Yeah, so that was, I believe, the final position between Giri versus Aronian, and this extra pawn for white doesn't really help to win, because after g7, king h8, king g6, we are getting a stalemate. However, I would say, I can't call it Levon's luck, but if we move the position while one file to the left, the same idea, we are getting to this position, and the same idea already doesn't really save black. And the reason why, because I still play f7, king f8, and now king f6 would be the same stalemate, but funny enough, any other king move wins. So, for instance, I would play king d6. When black captures the pawn, now I use the, I don't know if it's, I don't need the opposition really. I just come to this pawn on g6, I win it, and okay, let me show it. So here, slowly, black king is pushed away, white captures the pawn. For the moment, black has an opposition, but then I move my king, move the pawn, and now white has an opposition, and here we promote. Okay, that was easy. Now, one might think, why do I have knight and the bishop here next to the board? Because with the same idea, you can win quite a nice position. There was an old endgame analysis based on the assumption that this position is a draw. So, this one is not in the scope of our camera, so I put it closer. It doesn't matter really. So it goes like this. White has an extra pawn, a dark square bishop, and it seems white can never break through with the pawn, because knight's going to be moved all the time, either to c5, knight to keep blockade on c7 has 6 squares, and it seems you cannot really control all 6 squares with the knight. But something unusual happens there, the same way as we had it previously with only one extra pawn for white. So I'll move the bishop somewhere, just to g3, just to pass the move. Black moves the knight. And then what do? I give the pawn away. And this is the critical position. All of a sudden, d6 is the only square where you control all the squares of black's knight. Next move, so basically knight f8 is the only move for black not to lose material. Next move, I'm exchanging the knight, I'm coming with the king, and we reach the same position. So that was it, and we are off for an advertisement break.